Hey, 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 YouTube family. How's it going, y'all? So, today's video, I'm going to give you guys 12 things that you should be doing to boost your business in 2025. Like things that you can do to get off to that good start so that you can reach your business goals. I'm here for it, y'all. Give you guys a few seconds to jump on to the video because I know a lot of y'all are full of turkey, cake, pie, whatever. And so maybe you're not even up this morning and ready to go. Good morning, Imperial. How was Christmas? Hope you had a wonderful Christmas. We had a really laid back Christmas yesterday. It was fun. Had all of my kids except for my oldest son. He didn't make it. He ended up getting stuck over at his girlfriend's family's house, and so he didn't get to make it for Christmas. But we had a really good time. Um, and now it's time for us to get back to work. So I've actually took a couple of orders Christmas Eve, which is crazy. It has not been the vacation that I thought I would, of course, have, but so I'm gonna let a few people get on while I am sealing up this bag. Don't have a heat sealer, no problem. Seal it like this. Okay, seal up in bags so that they are good to go. That's how it looks when you seal them with the heat press. It kind of seals it up. This is the design that I did with the three little cousins. Her little t-shirt. So I'm gonna fold this and then we are going to jump right on into the video. Good morning, Sin. How you doing? And how was your Christmas? Hope you had a wonderful Christmas. Also, 2025 is right around the corner, y'all. Like literally, like we are like 1 week from 2025. Can you believe it? Oh, so what I want you guys to do and what I'm doing. It's about to be a new year. So before we go into 2025, what you should be doing, the number one thing that you should be doing, let's start with one and we're going to work our way on down the list. The first thing that you should do is to reflect on 2024. What happened in 2024, right? For you in your business. What did you do right? What did you do wrong? Where did you see growth? Like, did you see any type of growth in your business? Like, this year in 2024, what I would do um, is write down any challenges that I had in 2024. You got 1 week to solve the problems of 2024 and close that door on it. So, what I would tell you guys is reflect. This is a time for you to be reflecting on what you did in 2024 and figure out All right, y'all. Let me turn this around. Think about what challenges you faced. How was, think about your type of customer. Who was placing orders with you in 2024, and what was they placing orders for? Like, what was your top product in 2024? What was, if you order from a t-shirt distributor and you have like a business account, you should be able to go back into your accounts and see what products you ordered, um, and what was your most popular colors, things like that. That will drive what you're going to be selling in 2025, right? And then you want to think about, okay, so hold it on. We're going to do it this way. We are going to turn it and do it this way. I used to have a heat sealer, and I don't anymore. Of course, you could just tape the bag closed. You know, it's another way of doing it, is just tape it closed if you like. Oh. So, what worked for you and what did not work for you guys in 2024? What worked? What did not work for you guys in 2024? And I'll talk about some of the things that I had, just to give you an example. Like, my issue, biggest issue that I had in 2024 was just 2024. I came into 2024 and I said, you know what? 2024 is going to be the year of shopping small, where I said I would try to not ship. Hold on, y'all. I got a piece of lip that's, I need to get. There we go. I said that in 2024 that I would shop small. I stuck to that. I solved the problem of doing single or small quantities, right? Figuring out, was I going to bring DTF in house? Was I going to outsource it? I reached out and I found me 3 different reliable people that I could depend on to do my outsourcing for my DTF that was local. And I also wanted to get more into the community in 2024, and I found myself kind of bogged down in the office more. So 2025, I do plan to get out more, but I did solve that problem. I had a huge problem mid 2024 with the website that cost me money, and because I am a allpreneur, do it all, right? Then I did not have time to stop and fix the website and stuff like that. So I did have challenges with my e-commerce site, and I did not make any money online on the website. Dealt with customers a little bit more, well, a lot more than what I wanted to, being hands on with customers. And when you have a working website, you have a balance of, some people are going to go and place the order online. Some people are still going to do the email. You're still going to, talk to them through emails, phone calls, and all of that stuff. But sometimes you have so many emails and things like that. So I did spend a lot of extra time on clients. And so that is one of the things that I plan to totally fix this year. Well, next week, by next week, going into 2025, is to make sure that customers have all the information up front, and try to cut down on 30 emails back and forth, right? And it's not normally 30 emails for, like, normally if I'm just doing like a regular t-shirt order, it's not 30 emails. It's people will send an email, ask for a quote, right? So normally if they send an email and they ask for a quote, I would, although I have a quote form, I would just go ahead and start asking them questions that I could have said, hey, sent a template email to tell them, thanks for reaching out to us to get a quote, da da da, can you fill out this quote form and I'll get right back to you, right? So because I try to cut down on the number of things that the client has to do. But within me doing that, it kind of hurt me, because then it's like, okay, I ask you these questions and I go back and we go forth and we go back and we go forth. And it's kind of like pulling teeth, right? And when they fill out the quote form, because those things are required on the form, they have to fill it out in order to get a quote. So kind of streamlining that process, making sure that I know my value, going back to that. Okay, what are you worth? Sticking to things that I know that I need to do, right? Sticking to those prices, redefining, went through, kind of did some pricing adjustments on certain things, not in as far as like my regular t-shirts. I do always go up 15 cents, at least 15 cents, um, on printing costs every year, just to cover the cost of whatever, 15 cents more a print every year. And then just kind of looking at where the market is going, adding different items. I think that, kind of, I don't believe in giving people too much. One of the biggest things that I had, one of the biggest challenges that I had with clients this year was giving them too much to choose from. So when I gave them a catalog with thousands of products, a lot of times what they would come back and say, I'd send them a link and say, hey, here's our catalog, shop the catalog. They come back and say, can you just find a shirt for me that's a nice quality shirt? What do you recommend? So it got me to thinking, go back to the things that you recommend. Before, in 2023, I just did good, better, best, right? And I would give them three options. Now I'm going back to maybe our 10 top selling items, which was what we always did before. It works really well. And then if people have a need for other things, we'll be able to do that. So those are the things that, I'm kind of working on. Of course, marketing, you cannot, have an effective marketing plan if you're just the other parts of your house are not together, like your website, your business, your structure. If all that stuff is not together, then you can't really go out there and market, because it's like it ain't looking right. Oh, let's see here. Imperial says networking works works for me big time. Perfect. Networking worked for you big time. However, I became easily overwhelmed and didn't delegate or outsource enough. This caused me to not be able to market other ways effectively. That is a very, very good observation. So the networking works for you really good. And I'm thinking when you're saying networking, like getting out into the community and networking. But you became overwhelmed because you didn't delegate or outsource um, enough, which caused you to not be able to market in other ways effectively. I definitely get that. I definitely get that. So what are your thoughts like on getting out? Because and networking, because you said on one hand it worked great for you, right? So then you have to figure out that balance of you being in the office and either doing the jobs or you getting out to certain events. That was my whole thing this year. I got invited to a lot of events, a lot of events. And I had to sit down and really like look at, if I go to this, what am I missing over here? And I did some things that I felt in business were going to be great for me. There was several events that I missed that I also felt were going to be great for me. And I was like, okay, this would be awesome for me to go and do this. But I know that this is going to take time for me to get it done. And a lot of the events that I was invited to, y'all, um, night events. And I do not like getting out in the evenings. I do not. So that's a big struggle, but you have to find that balance. Like if you're going to go out, let's say if I know that okay, I have a networking event and I'm going to be out of the office on Friday between I'm leaving the office Friday at 3 o'clock, right? So then maybe some of the things that you can do is have your automated email on that, hey, we're out of the office. We closed a little bit early today for an event, da 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 da, and have them leave their information, send them over to your quote form like that. A great way to be able to streamline that is to work towards having that e-commerce site where people can self-serve in that instance, because sometimes we miss money because we're not physically in our business and physically able to give them the quote. But if we had a website that was fully functioning where they could actually go and check out, then sometimes that may save a percentage of that. Not all the time, though. I don't want y'all to think that, hey, everybody's going to go to the website, because a lot of people, especially when you're dealing with corporate, a lot of corporate people just don't want to go to the website. They want you, right? And so you have to figure that out. Is it a AI bot that's on your website that's sending them out? Is it a automated email that you're sending out where you're, and it doesn't, they don't even have to know that you're out of the office. It could be an auto reply. So like in Gmail, let's say for example, you have these triggers and say someone, the word quote comes in, right? They say, hey, I need a quote or I need pricing. You could set up triggers for that. And then with certain things that they're asking for, right? And then so you can say, hey Cynthia, thanks for your email. I got your email saying that you need, reaching out for a quote. Do me a favor and fill out this quote form and I'll get right back to you. This will help us da 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 da, right? They don't even need to know that it's like an out of office email, because then they can go in. Sometimes I'll do that. They'll go in, they'll fill out the quote form, and then they'll hit back and say, hey, okay, I just filled it out, and then from that point, you're able to get back in when you're in the office or whatever. You can go ahead and send them over the quote. Maybe that would solve it. Even if you say things like, for me, um, I've had times where people filled out the quote form and they wanted an instant quote, right? Let's say you don't have the ability to do an instant quote because you ain't there, or whatever the situation might be, right? And so then because you can't do that instant quote, just simply put on the quote form that it takes us 24 hours to reply to your quote. That way people have an expectation of when I'm going to get the quote back, right? So hopefully that helps. If you guys have Any input? This is kind of one of those days to where we kind of just kind of, I'm just kind of chatting with you guys, reflecting on things that, that what worked for you in business, what didn't work. I would say, if you're feeling overwhelmed, what I would say is, figure out your work schedule for 2025. Because I don't even know how to say this, but honestly, like when you're starting a business, right? You're going to work more for yourself than you would if you were pushing a 9 to 5 job, right? So let's say if I was going and I was working for a print shop, I go in at 9 o'clock and I check out at 5 o'clock. Boom, 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 right? If you structure your day as if you're working for a company, right? Then you think of all the things that you do within those 8 hours. Are you more productive than when you are at home? Because for me, a 8 hour day, in an 8 hour day, I may be doing 3 4 hours worth of work, honestly, because I may get up, I'm gonna go get some coffee, I'm gonna do this, I may go sit on the couch, talk to Ken. I'm in and out. So I actually, it my days sometimes seem longer, right? Delegate doing certain things on certain days. Um, with if you know, I don't know. I just think that um, in a certain income bracket, that you can do everything in house until it reaches a point of where you say, okay, well, let's say, okay, am I making 20K a month? Figure out what it's going to take you to hire a part-time employee, right? So let's say if you brought in a part-time employee and you're paying them $15 an hour, and you need them to do um, 20 hours a week. That's what, $300, right? So let's say $300 a week. That's $1,200 a month, right? For an employee to delegate to do certain things. So as you're thinking about it, you say, okay, well, I need to be making this much in order for me to be able to get this employee to do this one thing, right? Because it doesn't work when it's a gig. It's like up and down, up and down, up and down. So for me, what I always do, because like right now, y'all know Pookie's gone and Z comes and Prince, but pretty much everything is on me as far as the office work, everything is on me. As far as the computer work, everything is on me. So, I mean, the website. So that's why, it took me so long. I had to wait to down season to do things for the website. But for me, um, what I try to do is say, let's say if I'm gonna coat screens. So Z comes cleans the screens, but I coat the screens. So let's say that I know, okay, well, I probably got like, I'm probably getting 5 jobs a week or 10 jobs a week or this or that, right? However many screens that you know that you're gonna use. If you just had a place to where you can coat those screens, put those screens in the dark room, let's say you coat 30 screens, that's done. Now, whenever somebody calls, all you got to do is just go straight in there and start burning. Makes it quick and easy for you to do because everything is set up. Having a space that's really organized, that's why I try to keep my shop out there. I try to keep it really organized because what I find is when we do jobs and we don't clean up, and then I got to come out of the office, go into the workshop to get prepared to do a job. If I got to go out there and clean up and do all kind of other shit, it is slowing down production. So maybe you say, okay, one day a week, I'm going to go in here on every Sunday before blah, blah, blah. get this place clean, make sure that everything is together, or do it as you work. It's easy to say do it as you work, but so much stuff happens that it just doesn't get done all the time, especially when it's you, right? And nobody literally cleans the shop but me. So, other than like Z coming and doing washing screens or something like that, it's just all on me. The dip tank has really sped me up. Having those two dip tanks, y'all, has really been a game changer. Did you ever get another dip tank, or did you use the dip tank that you did you ever start using your dip tank? Because the dip tank has been that dip tank has two dip tanks has been a game changer. The one dip tank with the solution in it, and then having sorry y'all, the one dip tank having the solution, and then the other dip tank having the not solution, but having the water, just fresh water in it. And I'm gonna tell you why. So, like with the dip tank, I'm able to do like 8 or 9 screens in there at one time. So I can literally like put all of those screens in there and pull them out and rinse them off and pretty much go. Like it gets me to where I can easily go in and clean 30 screens in an hour. If And the other thing about it is I can put them in there and I can leave them, I can come back. So I love that. Having that second dip tank that I can only put one screen in just for with fresh water. What I do is I keep water in there. Y'all know I use Pool Shock. So I will drop a little bit of Pool Shock in mine because fresh water, after a while, it starts stinking, honey. So you put a little shock up in there. Um, and it works for me. So I'll put a little shock in there, and then whenever I burn a screen, I dump it into that dip tank of fresh water, and then I'm able to burn another screen. Lights on, everything going, that soaking, kind of getting that salt to soften up that stencil, and it just keeps me going. It just really helps with the rotation. So any little thing that you can do in your shop to speed up your process will really help you, so that when you are saying, okay, I'm going to go out here and I'm going to print, but having that delegated time of when you print and when you're doing office work, right? I would definitely have set times, and then give yourself some overflow time, because sometimes, let's say on Mondays, on Mondays, I'm not even going out there unless I am taking artwork to be burnt, right? I'm working the phones. So, and the reason I know to work the phones on Mondays is because of doing the research, which we talked about in number one, is figure out what you were doing and what worked, what didn't work, what days were people calling. Go and check and see, when was that money getting dropped in your account, honey? What day was those invoices getting paid? Figure all of that out, and that will help too. Haven't started. Oh, that's not true. That's not true. Um, I'm not. I've never had a smell from dip tank solution ever, 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 ever. Using environmentally friendly, non-environmentally friendly, like no. Especially using the easy way products, and this is the thing, like when you're in business and you um when a lot of times when we're in business, right, and we seek out people, or we see things on forums, or we ask certain people, right, did your distributor tell you that, right? Because sometimes it's about like asking the right people. Like, I wouldn't let anybody tell me, oh, the dip tank solution is strong and da 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 this and da da that. Call the people who make the solution. and say, hey, I'm working indoors because here's the thing, right? There are thousands and thousands of screen printing shops across America. Garage shops, uh, just shops, right? And so they all have the solution in the dip tanks, and all of them are indoors. Unless you've got a huge shop and it's still indoors, but you got a huge reclaim room, right? So, but that right there, I've never heard of that, and I've been in hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of shops. I've had shops of all different sizes. As you know, right now my space is probably what, 20 by 15 or 20 by 20, something like that. Not a very big space at all. I have absolutely no problem. Um, and not to say anything about the guys over there at Ryanette, but a lot of times when you talk to people, right? I just don't. A lot of times, people that are just working and are salespeople, they don't know shit, right? So I'm just wondering, like, that just seems really, really weird to me. Really, really weird to me. Um, and that's all I'm gonna say about it. It just seems really weird that they would tell you that. Um, I had like, and the reason I say that is like, I've gone to GSG before, and Reese. Um, I don't really do a lot of Ryonet products, so I just think that Ryonet is just they've come a long way, but I just don't shop with Ryonet because I shop with a lot of older places, and kind of the advantage is like put somebody on the phone that has been working in screen printing. Because there's been times that I've called different distributors and I'm asking them, hey, I need such and such and such. And they're like, huh? Um, well, they don't know. So what they do is a lot of these distributors, they'll try to look up what you ordered the last time. And so then if you have never ordered that and they're just hired as a salesperson, they don't have any background in screen printing, and they really haven't, because they're not training them to screen print, right? It's either you have people that are retired screen printers and they come there and then they are like, okay, well, I retired from screen printing, and so I'm going to do, come in and work as a salesperson. Those people normally kind of know what they're talking about. But I would definitely get a dip tank. Even if I did not use my dip tank for a one-step solution, there are a lot of environmentally friendly stuff. That dip tank is going to save you. That's just my opinion. So I think it's just, and a lot of times you can say, like, ask them, like, are you a screen printer? Mm-hmm. Because that's what I do. I ask them what type of qualifications they have. Because it's been a lot of times, even with stuff as simple as vinyl, like selling me the right vinyl for something. It's crazy. Good morning, Ruby. Definitely had that big time with Grimco. It's crazy because it seems like they would hire people who are more familiar with the process, but think about it. Like, a lot of screen printers are not going to work for a distribution company unless maybe they're older, they end up losing their business or whatever, right? Because then you just punching the clock, you just getting a paycheck. So a lot of times it's going to be like those older people that are in the business. So I would definitely, try to talk to them. Okay, y'all. But anyways, let's get on up off of that and let's go to number 2, right? So 12 must do's to crush your t-shirt business goals in 2025. Update your business plan. As I always tell people, like, things are changing every year, right? Things are changing for you every year. Sometimes there's a new process that has come out, something you had to go in and do. Maybe your business has gone e-commerce. Maybe you're marketing towards social media. Whatever you do, right? So if you don't have one, then now's the time to write it, right? And we all know that business creating business plans in 2024 is easier than ever because we have the power of AI to help us go in and create a business plan, right? And so what I'm going to tell you guys, because some people will just go to AI and say, hey, create me a business plan for a t-shirt business, da da da, and then you don't really go in and kind of define those extra points that you need. So AI should just give you that structure for your business plan, and then you go in and you just go in and update that and tell it exactly everything that you're wanting, right? If you're trying to figure out who your customer is, your demographic, tell them where you are, um, what it is that you're selling, what type of money you have for funding, all of that type of stuff, whether you're a startup business or whether you've been in business for 5 years, what's going on with you. So update it, right? And then when you update it, set clear, measurable goals for your sales, marketing, and production processes. So when I say sales goals, you can set a sales goal of this is how much I need to make a month, or this is how much, this is the goal to bring this in every week, or this is just a goal to bring this in for the day or for the year, right? I find that versus setting a 500K, hold on, y'all. Who is the hell is this? Oh, it's my son. Versus setting, saying, okay, well, I want to do 500K for the whole year, right? Break that down and only set a goal like that if you think that, okay, it's attainable. It's going to be a stretch, but can I do it, right? And strive to do it. And don't be upset if you don't reach the goal, right? So I'm going to tell you guys a small goal that I have. So adding e-commerce to the website and just thinking, so kind of follow me with this. We're going to break this down because setting simple, small goals to reach up to one big goal, right? So one of the goals that I have is to cater to more clients, right? I've always want to deal, like, I'm all for the 100-piece clients, right? I always want the 100-piece clients. Now, you guys know that I also have always had single shirts online. So, one goal that I have is, and this is the deal. I don't mind sitting and spending a little bit of extra time with customers who are going to order repeatedly. They're going to order in bulk because I like to get that money in one lump sum, right? That does not mean, and that's one particular type of customer. So I always say, know your customer. That does not mean that people who are looking for shirts for just a special occasion, a birthday, um, a Valentine's Day shirt, they're getting married, or a small mom and pop business that can't order 24, 36 shirts and they only need 4 or 5. That does not mean that there's not an avenue there, right? That's where I started. So I know that there's money there, right? It's just a matter of now when I'm dealing with people who want big orders, they have an art department, their art is ready, there's less communication, less explaining, not less communication, but less explaining to do, right? Because they know the process. Sometimes when I'm dealing with individuals, it's a lot of explaining. So if I could get those customers and service that type of clientele, right? That only needs a few shirts or one, even one shirt. They only need one shirt every blue moon. If I can service them while keeping down the headache, right? And not having to spend a lot of extra time, because time is money. So you spend your time where you're getting the money. Thus, I'm spending my time over here on the big orders. However, there's a lot of money to be made on small orders. When I started, I make anywhere from 800 to 1,500 a day just doing individual t-shirts. That was good. Sometimes I don't even make $1,500 a day or $800 a day or any money a day doing big orders, right? But when I get a big order, and let's say if I do a $10,000 day, I made it up. What if you could do both, right? So you try to figure out, okay, what can I do? I got this type of customer, I'm dealing with them this way. I got this type of customer, I'm dealing with them this way. So one of the small goals that I have, and it's very, very small goal, right, is to take 5 orders, which is 1 order a day, just 1 order a day on the website, right? If I set a goal to just do one $25 shirt a day, just one a day, right? Times 7 days, that's an extra $175 a week. Times that by 4 weeks, that's an extra $700 times 4 weeks. Times that by 12 months, that's an extra $8,400 a year. Now, my goal is not to do 1 order a day. My goal is to do 5 orders a day, right? So let's say if I do 5 orders a day times $25, I got $125 right there. Times 5, right? Times that by 5. Now I got an extra $625 a week coming into my account. Times that by 4 weeks. I got an extra $2,500 a month. Times that by 12. We got an extra 30 grand a month. Get it? It starts to make sense. Now, within people ordering single shirts, a lot of people are not going to just order one. They might can't reach the 24 threshold, but what about those people that order 8 or order 10 or order 7 or 5 or 3, which pushes you higher and higher? So setting those small goals will end up helping you reach your big goal. So let's say even if I'm over here and I'm doing big orders, you can't tell me that at the end of the year, an extra 30, 40, 50, 60 grand is not going to be worth it, right? Even if you're hustling part-time doing t-shirts and you got to wait for people to check out, it's like, okay, that's money either way you look at it. And if you set it up to where you're literally like, you literally only need, in today, you literally only need this to start a t-shirt business. Not even a heat press. Not even a heat press. Right? You don't even need a heat press. Don't believe me? Y'all want me to turn it on and show you? Don't even need a heat press. So you could literally start your business, and as long as you have some kind of way for people to check out and to order singles, that will add to your business, right? And from that step, you know, I'm going to talk about upselling and all of that stuff in a minute. But just thinking about it like as doing, that's just an example of like little bitty That's, yeah, I mean, you hate doing single order shirts, but when you put it like that, this is what you have to say is, okay, I'm gonna take, if let's say if I'm gonna do a single order shirt, I'm gonna do a single order shirt because it's something that you don't like to do, and because it's something that you don't have to do. You can put that single order shirt up, and you can put it up on your terms. And by putting it up on your terms, what I mean is, so what if nobody buys it? You wasn't selling them no way. So this is what I have. This is the offer. The offer is limited. There are 10 colors or 5 shirt colors that you could choose from. There's one nice shirt, middle of the road shirt that you can choose from. No, you cannot place the order through email or any of that stuff. You cannot come in. But what we have is we offer the service online. And you can go to the website and you can place the order for your single shirt. We ship it out in X amount of time. For me, it's 3 days because I got somebody down the street. So that order comes in, right? The artwork is ready because no, we're not going to create the artwork for you, right? This is not a service that's meant for everybody. And you're able to do, the great thing about it is that because you're already doing your big orders, you can do this shit on your own terms. Even if you say, okay, I'm going to add this to my website, I'm going to outsource this to a company, Printify, whatever, and make some pennies off of it, it's extra money. You got to make it make sense, like for you, right? Because here's the thing, I'm doing it on my own terms. This is what I have to offer. And you package it up really nicely. People call me, hey, do you guys do single shirts? We do. We offer it on, but we only offer that service on our website, right? And they go to the website, they see it. Maybe they wanted a peacock blue, and all you have is baby blue. These are these are the specific things that you have. You can always add on there other, which is by let's say they want other color, other, and add 10 days to it or whatever, because now this is a shirt that you have to get. For me, I try to stick to my basic primary colors, you know, my black, white, gray, maybe you got your navy blue or royal blue, a red, you know, colors that sell. Red doesn't sell that much, but as long as you have black, white, gray, blue, those are going to be like your top ones. And think about it when you're setting up that offer, right? It's so for me, y'all, there's a Michaels that's literally like right up the street. Y'all know I'm crazy about Michaels. And I'm gonna tell you guys why. So because Michaels has, let's see, the wholesale place I can get a Gildan 500 for what, like $2. Maybe at Michaels you're getting it for $2.99, right? Okay, so let's say that I'm gonna go to Michaels and get that shirt for $2.99, and I already know that this shirt is not gonna be ordered. You're not gonna order a single shirt, right, from a wholesale distributor, because you would have to pay shipping. So if you don't have orders coming in every day like that, and you know, okay, well, I only have a certain amount of stock that I can keep here, or I'm not going to keep the stock, but I got what's the closest place that I can get the shirt, right? Add that into your timing, into your time frame of how long it's going to take you to print it. Add that extra cost that you're paying for the shirt into it. What I love about Michaels is that I get my 15% from a teacher's discount, and then I get I'm always getting the rewards, right? So I spend so much and then I get 5 rewards, or this, or that, or other, right? Hey, good morning, Sketches. So then I get so much more. So where it may not be feasible for me to go and buy from bulk, it's feasible for me to run to this Michael's or to this Hobby Lobby. Now, when I'm doing that, I'm only going to offer a limited amount of colors because this is what I know that they have, right? Don't make it a hassle for you, right? Because remember, you're doing this on your own terms. And so, doing it on your own terms, it has to be easy for you to access the supplies that you need to be able to get the job done. If you don't keep a stash of shirts, right? And as you grow your business, then now you have that extra stash. You got whites, you got blacks. For so many years, y'all, people would call me. I always kept Fridays open for printing when I had a big shop. I always kept my Fridays. We did not print on Fridays unless it was a rush job because I knew that I could get double, not double, but an extra 50%. So let's say if your job was $1,000, that $1,000 job became a $1,500 job. I've got time on the schedule. I've got a box of 100. We buy the boxes. They're in 72 pieces. We got two 72-piece boxes sitting over here waiting on you, just waiting for somebody to call. Right? So I would keep my time open. It was worth it for me. I didn't work Fridays, so rush orders was on my time. So set things to where it makes sense for you to grow your business. When you set it like little things, it's like put up a product that, so I have the coloring books that I made, right? I'm thinking turned out great. So let's say this clothing line. So I was talking to my daughter yesterday. Lily is still with her dad, y'all, so she has not seen her stuff yet. So these are her pants. So my daughter said, "Mom, you literally created a whole kids clothing line for them to where they have their own custom outfits. They have their coloring books, da 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 this, da da that, right?" So I'm thinking, is it marketable, right? Because everybody's like, "Oh, you should sell that." Well, part of the problem in selling that is there demand? Sure, people would love to buy a coloring book, but then you think about it, okay, are people going to pay for the coloring book? And what are they going to pay for it, right? So I've got the coloring book with the baby's pictures on it, right? It's completely custom. This is completely custom. On my terms, with me creating all of these images, I have to sit down and say, how long does it take me to create these images? I can't sell this coloring book to nobody for $10. I can't sell it for $20. I can't sell it for $30. I need $60 for a custom coloring book. So here's the deal. It may not sell, right? But if I put it up and it's like, okay, because this took me a long time to make. So I put up this coloring book and I'm like, okay, I need $60 for it. It's a premium item. It ain't for everybody. Everybody's not going to buy it, right? It's going to be about how I market this, because if I just market it as a coloring book, as a custom coloring book with your kids' photos on it, people may not buy it. I have to figure out, and which is something that I'm still in the plan of figuring out. I have to figure out is, because I've got a product that I know it'll sell, how can I speed up the production of it? And I really can't, because it's like, okay, it takes time to create these images, right? So do we cut down on the images? Do we just put the image on the front? What can we do to speed that process up? Does it devalue the product? How can we market it? Let's not market it as a coloring book. Let's market it as a keepsake. So giving customers ideas. So on the back of mine, I added a note. And the note to parents says, "Thank you for choosing our custom coloring book. Each page is a unique keepsake designed just for your child. Once colored, these pages become beautiful memories you can frame and cherish over and over." So now you don't have just a coloring book. You got 24 different pictures that you could put on photo frames. So if I was to sell this, I'm giving y'all game now. Peep it, because you can use this in other tactics that you're using to market your products. So if I sell these coloring books, now you can take this image off. What I would do is I would show this not only as the coloring book with, you know, a video flipping through it, but now I can show this on different things. So I will show this as a photo on there, even though I'm not selling you a photo frame, right? I would show it as that, so that people know that, hey, this is something that you can cherish, because something about the word keepsake or memorabilia adds extra value to a product. If I'm not going to make them anyways, and I'm saying I can't take $20 for them, right? So I need to make at least $60 off of this in order for me to do it. Put it up there and price it on your own terms and put it up there for $80. If it sells, then you then start to thinking, dang, it keeps you thinking, it puts you in the mindset of not devaluing yourself, right? So now it's like, dang, I put it up there for $80, so, and $80 is so I could put it on sale for $60, right? $59.94 or $95 or something like that. Just kind of giving you guys ideas of things that you do, like, because when I look at it, I'm like, okay, that's a lot of time for me to make it. Now I have kind of streamlined it, and there are some things that I could do to streamline it, but it's like, okay, I only wanted to make these this one time for the kids and da da da, and then afterwards, and it was a whole lot of fun. Don't get me wrong, it was a whole lot of fun. I had a fun time making this stuff for the holidays. Really did. So anyways, y'all, too, update that business plan, set clear goals for your sales. If you are not making, I don't know, you should definitely be 10% of everything you make. And I'm not even going to tell y'all 10%. I'm going to tell you take 3%. 3%. I'm going to go to 3%. 3% of everything that you make should go back into marketing some way, somehow. So let's say that for the month you only made $1,000, or let's say you only made $500 in your business marketing, in your business advertising, right? And let's say 5% so that I can keep track of these numbers. Well, let's say 1,000. So 1,000, right? So hold on. So if I made $500 for the whole month, and I'm only going to spend 3% on advertising, and this is very low, because I'd say 10%, right? Sometimes people spend 20-30%, and we're talking profit, right? So you made $500 profit. You put 3% back into advertising. That's $15 for that month. Okay? All I'm asking y'all is spend $15 a month on advertising. So how are you going to do it? Right? $15 a month. And here's the thing. So you're going to take advantage, if your sales are low, you're going to take advantage of online platforms like Pinterest. You're going to take advantage of Instagram. You're going to take advantage of Facebook, and you're going to do that free. Right? And then you're going to run 3 $5 ads through that month. Let's say one is the coloring book, one is a t-shirt design, one is something else. Or you keep that $15 face on one product, which is what I like to do. Put it in there, put it on one product, right? And let it run. A lot of times the problems with people running ads is that you do not, this is what I want to tell y'all. The goal, hey Tampa, the goal of running your ad, right? Let's say you run a $15 ad and you're like, but I didn't make nothing. If that ad converts and gets people over to your website or gets people looking at you, liking your page and seeing you, the goal is to get yourself known, right? It's not always a monetary goal. It becomes monetary when you're spending, you spend $100, $200, $300, it becomes monetary, right? So now you want something in. But just building up your social media that way, $15 a month, right? If you're making $1,000, you spending a more and then a more and a more. 3%, 3%. Can anybody in the chat give me a vow? Give me 3%, y'all. 3%. Just three. Spend at least 3% of profit. Just 3%. And I promise you, it's gonna. And so let's say that you're not a social media person. Take that 3% and invest in some paper and make you some cards, make you some, because it could be business cards, it can be your flyers. You're going to put that in, like I'm doing the packages for the kids. I'm going to put something off in here where they get a discount on something, or hey, or and not even a discount, we got a sale going on this or that. Anything that you could do, right? Do your advertising. 3%. Now me, I'm gonna do 10%. I'm trying to break it down to y'all in like little bitty ways for you to grow. Little bitty baby steps for you to grow, because this is what's gonna happen. You're gonna invest that 3%, and then you're not gonna see the return on that 3% the first month you do it. You might not see it for 3 months, but you're gonna start noticing that you're getting more people liking and following, and different things are going on, and people, you're getting web traffic to your website. Okay, or wherever you're trying to get to, right? You're going to get more inboxes, things like that. And at that point that it converts and makes a sale, you're going to be all the way in, right? And you're going to start adding more and adding more and adding more and adding more. My son came in the room yesterday. He said, Mom, you need to be doing TikTok. You need to be doing Facebook, Instagram. I can run your promotion. I can run that right now, Mom. Right? You need to be, this is what you need to be doing. And I'm like, son, I can't run it. And the reason I can't run it, and this is what you have to do. Now, can anybody in the comments tell me and see how much y'all listen and how much y'all learn from me? Can anybody tell me why right now I have a video of the coloring books? I have pictures that I've done, so I've got all the stuff to put it up. But can anybody tell me why I cannot run that ad right now today? There's one thing that you need to do in order for you to run an ad, or it doesn't make any sense. We're going to come back to it. Why come I can't run the ad right now? Okay. Because in order for you to run an ad, it has to make sense. And there's one element that is missing right now, which is why I cannot run an ad, or I would be wasting my time. I'm going to come back to you guys. Okay. So let's go into number 3. All right, y'all. So the third thing you guys should be doing is freshen up your designs, right? It's going to be a new year. If you have, let's say you have a catalog of digital artwork, if you sell digital downloads, or you have certain designs that you sell and they're moving slow, it's not moving. You came up with something, it didn't go, right? Push it on out of there, push it to the back, archive it, right? If it's Christmas designs, go ahead and archive those Christmas designs. Christmas is over with, right? No. Keep it moving. Keep going. That's good. Those are good. We'll see if somebody else has a chance to comment on that. So move those Christmas designs over, refreshing your website. Look at what's coming up now. We got New Year's, we've got Valentine's Day. Give your site a fresh look. if you have a website, right? Niche down on your themes. Figure out, hey, how do I want to come into the New Year's, right? And then personalize your offerings. So maybe you got some offerings that you're doing and you say, okay, I want to personalize this stuff. So I'm going to come back. I'm going to jump back over here to the comments. Hold on, y'all. Thank you for calling T-Shirt Shop Dallas. How can I help you? Hello. Okay. I have no idea. Okay. So Imperial Custom says I cannot do an ad because I don't have a TikTok following. You don't need a TikTok following to do an ad. See, this is where y'all mess up at. You don't need a following. You don't need a huge following to do an ad, right? Because the purpose of the ad is to get people to follow you and to see what you got going on, to boost you, right? Now, she also says, or the shop isn't set up yet. So for me, I don't have a TikTok shop. I don't need a TikTok shop. I do all of my stuff in one place, right? I've been thinking about getting on TikTok, but here's the thing. I'm unsure as if TikTok is going to shut down. Now, if I already had a TikTok shop, I wouldn't be worried about is TikTok going to shut down or what, boom, boom, boom. I would keep on TikToking. But because I don't have a TikTok shop, right, I'm not going to run and set up a TikTok shop. Now, for me and my business, my clientele isn't really on TikTok. So I would have to do, like if I did the coloring books or the custom shirts or da-da-da-da, I'm TikToking with y'all all day long, baby, okay? We gonna be on there rocking and bopping and all of that, okay? But I ain't got no TikTok shop. So for me, when I'm doing advertising, I'm gonna be advertising. I like to do Facebook. I like to do Facebook and Instagram because they're combined, right? And I would do, so for me, if I was going to put, right, they keep saying they're going to get shut down. They're saying like January 19th. So the deadline, so TikTok had 1 year to sell TikTok, right? And they have not done it. I honestly think that somebody's going to swoop in and buy TikTok, but the Chinese government is kind of like, now. They filed an appeals the other day. Y'all know I keep up with all the shit, okay? They filed an appeals, maybe about 4 or 5 days ago in the federal appellate court to try to appeal the decision, to try to appeal it so that they won't get banned. But that ban is coming. That ban is coming now. Donald Trump may save them, right? But the thing with right now with the heightened security and the United States government is serious about people's information. So I do think that ban is coming, especially with Elon Musk being over here, President Trump being in Elon Musk's pocket. It's coming. Right? When you got to look at relationships and all of that. So it's going to come unless an American company takes over TikTok. It's coming. Mark my word, it's coming. So, and this is the thing. It's a lot of small businesses that are building. If you on TikTok and you building your business on TikTok, right? Then you have to look at it. Okay, what's your backup plan, boo? What's your backup plan? People say their websites are outdated. It's yours. You own it. Social media can be gone like poof. The algorithms can change. Poof. The it can change, right? So you still want to have that website as a backup. So what would you do? Right? If you selling on TikTok right now, on every package that you send out, you shipping this out, you got an order on TikTok, you shipping this out, you got your business card with your website, you driving traffic from TikTok to your website. Boom, here it is. Come on over here. Same thing that I do with Etsy. If you place an order on Etsy, I'm driving you on up off of Etsy, driving you to where I want you to be, right? And that's what you have to use those platforms for. But for me, the reason I cannot put that up is because if I do an ad, that ad is going to directly needs to be able, you need, anytime that you do an ad, there has to be a call to action, right? For you to go boom and go to a place, whether it's a TikTok shop, an Instagram store, a website, a stand store, or whatever. Wherever it's going to go to, it needs to be a place to go to. That is not set up. So don't run an ad. Don't run an ad. If it's for a specific product and it's going to the website and it's like, okay, where am I going to, what is the purpose, right? What is the purpose? It's no purpose of running it. So you have to think about things like that. Okay, y'all. So number 4. And this is probably one of the most important ones that I tell you guys. I'm going to speed it up because we've been on here for a while now. You hope it don't. Yeah, I hope it don't too for you guys. But, and here's the thing is like, so there are a lot of younger people that are shopping TikTok. I don't get on TikTok for the security reasons of the government's constantly saying your information, your information, your information. But then at the same time, it's like, ain't all of our information out there anyways? I'm just saying. But then at the same time, there's a lot of propaganda coming from America, coming from foreign countries, all of this stuff. With all this AI, you don't know what the hell is real, what the hell is not real. I saw a girl sitting up on TV crying about how she was 13 or 14 years old and she was laying on the table and Diddy then was eating apples off of her, and she was the girl in this picture, gave a whole long drawn out story, crying and every damn thing about how they raped her and they did this and they did that. And I told Ken, I said, he a monster. And the next freaking day, the girl who filed the lawsuit revealed herself, and it wasn't even this damn girl. The damn girl was lying. Now, did he rape somebody? The other girl said it's rape, but this girl that said that this was her and gave a whole convincing image of what, you don't know what the hell to believe out here. So I'm just saying, you just don't know. So number 4, optimize your website. If you have not already done so, we've been talking about this for the last couple of months, so we're not going to stay on it too long. Make sure your website is polished. Make sure it's mobile friendly and ready to convert traffic into sales. Now, what does that mean? Make sure that your website is ready to convert traffic into sales. Do you have a website and maybe you're not getting sales, right? Sometimes it's the structure. We talked about this already, like making things easy for people to find. They take one click, boom, there it is. You got up sales, down sales, not down sales, up sales, cross sales, things like that. You want to make sure it's easy to convert into traffic. Update your photos. If you got blurry photos or anything like that, make sure that you update your photos. If it's product photos, maybe that product photo has been out there for a while, switch it up. Maybe even take that product photo and turn it into a video, maybe do some video, a GIF or something like that. Sometimes that stuff helps on websites. Update your frequently asked questions. If you don't have frequent, if you're selling custom products and you don't have frequently asked questions, page, I don't know what you're doing. I don't know what you're doing. Um, you should have that, right? It should be part of your standard operating procedure for you to have a page on your website where people can go and ask frequently asked questions. And if you are going to hire a virtual assistant or have an assistant at all, you don't want to be having to answer all the questions. So, frequently asked questions page is also somewhere that they can go. If you have an AI bot on your website, that's a place where they can go. People still read, although they don't read a lot, they still read. They will go to that frequently asked questions. So you want to go in there. You want to go back. You want to look at your product descriptions. Make sure that you go in, redefine those product descriptions. I like for my products to sound like me, sound fun, a little bit different than what other people's stuff is selling. If you're not selling digital downloads, maybe you want to consider selling a few digital downloads. If you have a lot of designs on your site, maybe you have certain ones that you sell with shirts, certain ones you sell just digital downloads, right? Adds another stream of income, right? And let's say you're creating designs anyways and they're not selling, then put it up there and shoot your shot. It's on your own terms. Um, so, number 5, plan your marketing calendar right now. Plan, so get ahead of the game by mapping out your promotions for 2025. Think about the upcoming holidays, back to season. Look at those orders that you did last year. If people did walks, if they had events, and those events are repetitive, reoccurring events that happen every year. Or let's say you see that you have clients and they order in January, they order in June, they order here. Start getting that stuff together, right? Um, Create themed campaigns, and start to schedule your email blasts and social media posts in advance. Of course, you guys know that I am a ambassador for an app called Hookle. I highly recommend Hookle, although I have to say that I have been slacking on Hookle and putting up my stuff here lately. Matter of fact, let me go in here and see. So Hookle will keep you up to date on what you're doing with your social score. Look, you can tell that I have not been posting on Hookle at all. So that 22 is telling me, oh girl, you really suck and you can do way better. It says that my post is down by 25%, my reach is down by 1.3K, and my reactions are down by 27%. So I really need to get in there and do something. Hookle just posted something for me an hour ago, and I guess this was something that I want you guys to see. Actually, Hookle just posted. Hookle just posted my gem dropping time on my lady Facebook page, which is this video. I don't think you guys can see, but it has automatically dropped this video, which is the 12 must do's to da 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 da, right? But with Hookle, one thing that you can do is you can schedule your posts, which is something that you should do. Like I said, I have put a pause on social media. I'm actually bringing on a company to do all of my social media for me, so I have not done much as far as, well, not for them to do all of my social media, but just kind of fill in the gaps, because I'm planning on focusing on some other things. And if you're not good at doing social media, hey y'all, I've got a friend over at Social Boost, and I by no way, y'all see, I ain't dropping no links or none of that stuff. But if you are interested, they had a sale. What did she text me? They had a sale for like I think it was like $75 a month to do social. Let's see here. They actually have a code. So, social boosting, you can go and check them out. Let me try to turn my light down and see if I can. I'm trying to get this to where you guys can see it. So, here we go. Social boosting. And if you use this product code, CHR30, you will get 30% off. It's a matter of me holding. You'll get 30% off. Set it up there. You can screenshot it. You get 30% off on no, this is this, oh, this is about something else. This is about boosting TikTok followers. That ain't it, y'all. It's social, what is her name? Don't use that, because that's some bullshit right there. Social climb. Not social climb. It's social. It's an Instagram. I thought that was social boosting. I'll tell you guys what social boosting is. Social boosting, that is something where you, let me look at it. That is for to get you TikTok followers and all of that stuff. It says that they're real followers, but I don't believe that they are. I'm looking for 99 social. That's it. 99 social, y'all. 99 social. Let me see. That's what we want is 99 social. I be having so many people sending me stuff. 99 social. Here we go. I thought they were the ones that sent the ad. Let me see. I'll get you guys a link. Let me see. 99 social. That other link, don't use it because it's a scam. Trying to find it. I'm gonna find it for y'all. I'll go back in and find it for y'all. Okay. So, hey Jesse, how you doing? So your marketing calendar. You can go in, build out your marketing calendar. Think I may do something. I may do something where we go back into Canva and try that one more time and show how to create the schedule those blasts in advance, make a whole bunch of stuff up. We may do that. Number 6. Let's go on into number 6. Number 6. Build partnerships. Right? 2025. Make it your business, right? If it's, so let's use the 4 rule, right? Let me write this down. Give you a couple of options. So, here are our options. Let's divide this up. Almost through, y'all. Setting this up for you guys, but give you guys this. I learned this at a back in the day from a guy that from one of the conferences that I went to, and this man was a multimillionaire. Networking social, so networking can be um, and then so we got networking, social media, email, paid ads. Okay, figure out how much time you have, and you can break this down by the month, by the day, or by the week. I would break this down into um, monthly or weekly, and I wouldn't do it every day, right? So figure out as a small business how much time you have on your plate, right? Um, Social media. Um, Hold on one second. Thank you for calling T-shirt shop. That was how can I help you? No, sir. I'm an online business, so everything with us is done online. The only time that I come into the office is if you schedule an appointment to come in, and I won't be in for the rest of the year. Hello? You went out on me. Hello, are you there? I'm sorry, I can't hear you. Can you hang up and call me right back? Hello? I don't know what happened, y'all. I guess he's gonna call back. Let me try to call him back. Let me try to call him back. Hello? Okay, I'm sorry I lost you. Oh, okay. Okay. What time? What day is MLK weekend this year? January. Okay, so you need about the 15th, a little bit earlier. So right now printing takes about 10 15 days. We're still taking orders even though we're just kind of on vacation. So you could, if you place an order, if you place it no later than the first, you would still get it. You would get it at the latest on the 14th. Kind of tell me about what it is that you're looking for. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I got you. I got you. Okay. Okay. And your designs, how many colors is in them? Okay. Okay. Okay, that's fine. Um, and you have what color shirts are you wanting? Do you know that? Okay. Uh huh. What do you have a budget on where you need to be on how much you're spending per shirt? Yeah, and the only reason I'm asking is because what we do is we sell so many different types of shirts. It helps me know if you like, okay, well, hey, I need to be at $15 a shirt, or I need to be at $20 a shirt. Not so that I can get you to that point, but so that I can recommend things that are within the budget. Especially if you're trying to resell it, I can come up with creative ways to make sure that, okay, hey, this is what I can do for you. It's so that if I can't do anything for you, I'm not wasting your time. Okay. 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 Can you shoot me an email with the artwork? Send it to sales at tshirtshopdallas.com. Yes, sir. What part of town are you in, Pastor? Okay. 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 So shoot me an email, and I will get the email, and then I will send you back over some options. Are you happy with purchasing on Printify, your purchases and everything that you're doing over there shopping, as far as like your price breakdown or what you're getting? Or are you looking for somebody that can handle that for you too? We do. Okay. 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 Well, I do. I've been doing this for over 25 years now, so and I'm very well known in the business. So I would love to, even we schedule a time to sit down, we can work on this project, and then, I can figure out some ways that'll help you. It'll help me. I'm all about the community and keeping business local. Okay. Mhm. Okay, well, I'm very interested, and I'll be happy for us to sit down and talk about it. Go ahead and send me that email, and I'll get right back to you. Okay, all right, thank you. Bye bye. Sorry, y'all. I am on my hustle. Um, it don't stop. Don't stop, can't stop. Okay, so, um, okay. Let's see, y'all still there with me? Or let me see if y'all still here, because sometimes y'all jump off. Y'all be like, I know that for those of you guys who don't watch me a lot, I am active in my business. I know y'all tired of hearing it, the ones of y'all that's on here all the time, but on this channel we actually running the business. I answer phones. I do stop sometimes, take phone calls. That's just something that I have to do. It's my livelihood. You getting this information out here that I'm giving y'all for free, so I hope that people can understand that, because that's how we do it here. Okay, so we still here. Okay, so let's talk about this right here. Okay, so we were talking about, let me see y'all, cause baby, we done got um into some different things. Okay. I think I was talking to you guys about marketing, right? And breaking down your time. So in 2025, here's a strategy that I was taught that I have done for the last 10 years, right? You only need to do one of these things in order for you to grow and to be successful. If you can do more than one, do more than one. But remember that building a business from the ground up, it's about baby steps. And you don't have to keep up with the Robertsons, with the Joneses, or with the Diddies. Okay, you ain't got to keep up with nobody out here in the world. It's you against you, right? It's your this is your journey. So you do what works for you, because advertising does not work for everybody. Some people are better at certain things than they are at others. Me, um, I like to do, there are three things on here that I'm comfortable with, and one that I'm really just not too comfortable with, but I can do it. So, if you look at your advertising structure, and I know this is ugly, and break it down into four things, all you have to do is one. So, you can say, okay, I'm going to take out of the a month, right? Let's say if I take out of 1 month, I take 1 8-hour day. Okay. And that may be too much for some of you guys. If it's a half of a day, right? Or a whole day, depending on where you are in your business, if you're running your business full time or if you run your business part time, right? You have to decide, how much time can I allocate to figuring out my marketing strategy? Figure out what you want to do. Okay, so the first way that you can market is you set down, let's say that we're going to do, I'm going to do the 8-hour day thing, right? So for me, if I do 8 hours in a month of and of me marketing, figuring out a marketing campaign, right? I'm gonna do, let's say we start with the first one, networking. Okay. Networking, this can include in person, going to in person events. Networking can, so networking can be a group that you found on social media, and you go out there and you go to their event and you're in there and you're talking to people. It can be really really fun. You go, you have drinks, you have a meal. Sometimes maybe you hear some good conversation, you meet a few people, hand out a few business cards, laugh and talk. In order for you to do that, you got to be a talkative person, you got to be a friendly person, and you got to have the time to do it, right? So that's one way of networking. Maybe you say, hey, I'm gonna, you know specifically search out different groups that I can go and get out into the community with. This can be through the Small Business Association, through the Chamber of Commerce. Um, this could be through churches. This could be through all types of organizations, and this could just be like a social group. It could even be like, hey, I'm gonna go out. I found these runners, and they always do stuff. So hey, they're having some cocktails and ginger ale, and I'm gonna go over here and see what I can do. Right? That's one way. Keisha does that. She goes out to different events and networks that way. Another way of networking is just cold calls, right? To where we go in and we say, okay, I'm going to try to market to these restaurants. And so I'm just going to pick up the phone that day and I'm just going to go down and do cold calling. That for that, you would want to be confident and picking up the phone and calling people. You're talking to just a general stranger, right? And it sometimes is uncomfortable. You can kind of role play and kind of practice it before you do it. You know, you could literally go on to ChatGPT and tell it to give you um, a cold call template that you could kind of use and tell it what it is that you're selling and stuff like that. But I find that it's more natural, right? And you know, just to pick up the phone, call a company and say, hey, it's Latana over at such is so and so available, right? It's good if you got a name, but if not, then you know, hey, is the purchasing manager available? Sometimes you'll get to that person, sometimes you won't. um, Cold calling does not work as well as if you're talking to somebody in person, but you can run through a whole list of cold calls, right? A whole list of people, and just sit there and do that. And have, you know, say, okay, well, I'm going to do this for 2 hours, get some leads. Also, warm leads. Warm leads are those leads that maybe they came in through Instagram, they came in through Facebook, where people have kind of like reached out to you, or people who kind of know you. Maybe it was a previous customer, and you're gonna be, you know, reaching out to them. So it's a couple of different ways to do that, and you can even use a lead finder, right, to do that. So networking, that's one way that you can market to people. Networking can be completely free, right? It can be completely free. So I'm actually a member of like three Facebook three Facebook um, groups, or if you want to call them Facebook groups, I guess, or Instagram groups or societies that are local, that have monthly memberships, like $10 a month, $15 a month. And what that does, or like one may have a $50 a year membership, and then you can post anytime that you want to post something in that group. You can post your services in the group. That may be something that is good for you, but I would only join those types of groups if you know for certain that your customer is there, or you know that, or you're trying to reach like a certain type of customer or individual. Sometimes it's not just that my customer is in that group, it's that that particular group caters to my customer. And it's like a backdoor way in for me to get to the customers that I want, if that makes sense. So in that way, I would go to these events. Let's say, for example, you do signs, I do t-shirts. We're in the same group. I'm going to come to the event. I'm going to bump into you. Okay? Have me a little drink. Walk over to you. Hey, how you doing? I'm Latana with T-Shirt Shop Dallas. I've seen you on Facebook. Da 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 da. Tell me a little bit about what it is that you do. Right? You want to be, because people like to talk about themselves, right? I love it when somebody walks up to me and say, "Tell me what you do." Really? You want to know? You know. So I love it. So you know, just get the conversation, getting conversation started. So networking. The other one is social media. Social media, y'all know it can be free. Just posting your stuff up on social media and then, taking it from the free to doing maybe the paid boost. And like I said, when you're starting to boost, if you're starting to boost posts initially, you're just boosting those posts to get recognized, to get brand recognition, right? So you want to make sure that your shit is together. Your Facebook page or Instagram page or TikTok page or whatever you have is together. So I personally believe in kind of building up that page, kind of getting that brand look together, and then start boosting. Boosting is what's going to get you your followers. Okay. And then you have another one, which is email marketing. Email marketing can be free or it can be paid. So with email marketing, you guys know, if you have a website, let's say you have an offer there on the website to collect, how you guys see, if you go over to Zales and they've been hitting my ass up. You go over there and they say, hey, enter in your email address or your phone number to get an extra 10% off of this purchase or holiday sale, get a coupon or da 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 da, right? And then you get on their email list. You can do that, and then now you have these people's emails, and you can send out campaign ads, right, that you're going to be creating. So let's say if you say, okay, well, I'm going to work 8 hours within the month on doing social media ads. It's not just about putting up the ad. It could be that 6 of those hours are actually on building the ad. So let's say if I only do 4 ads a month, right? If I'm only doing, or because sometimes you can't do posts like all day every day, but let's say out of you doing a couple of little posts, regular posts, but then your posts that you're going to boost, those are the posts that you should really be spending time on to boost, right? Those are the posts that you're really, really spending that time on. The only reason that I have social media is to show my work, right? That's the main reason that I have social media, because my client really is not there on Instagram looking for what I'm selling. So I'm just pretty much like showing my work, getting myself out there. And my Instagram page is freaking brand new. I don't even post on the Lady Print Boss page, but I'm talking about on my business page, y'all, because that's where the money is coming in from. So, you can do it that way. And then you have the paid ads through Google, but you have the email. Let's see. So we were talking about the email ads. So with the email ads, you can also spend, let's say you spend 8 hours for that month curating email marketing ads. You're still creating ads. Now, then you have paid ads, which would be Google ads. So you can choose any of these, right? You can choose any of these. Now, this is probably going to get you the most traffic to your website the fastest, right? Because you're paying for it. And so when you're paying for it, you're not spending as much time. You're throwing money at it to get the people there, right? But if you're not paying for it, then you can do these other things, and you only have to do one of these, right, in order for you to start being successful and to grow. Now, there's a time when you can start combining these, right? So you can start out going out and doing networking, right? And then you're collecting that information, right, from those people. You have given them your social media, you followed them, they follow you. Now you guys are following each other over here on social media. So whenever you do any type of social media ads or posts, they're going to start seeing that, right? You can also, from networking, you network with them. Maybe you did a cold call, or you did an in-person or a warm call, right? You got their email, and then you can now cross advertise by sending them emails with email campaigns, right? Where you're selling something as an email campaign. Now, when the other thing that happens is what takes one that makes it lead to another, where you're able to you find out, okay, instead of me doing one of these, I'm doing like 3 or 4 of these, right? Let's say if I'm creating a social media ad, right, for my social media followers, I can actually take that same ad and turn it into an email uh, campaign and send that same thing out via email to people, right? I can also, let's say, take that same email ad with that product that I'm advertising in email, and maybe I'm doing a paid ad with it. So now I'm three times in that opportunity to make money. That was something that was taught to me. It's called fours. It was 4 ways, 4 strategies, 4 ways to get it, and it literally works, y'all. So for me, I do mainly the three, and then whenever I need to do something here, I do here. But nowadays, this is becoming more and more important to do the social media. So, I'm old school. It was always networking. And networking also, y'all, it within this right here, within networking, or another way, a thing that you could do is just, I think that what a lot of people don't do is follow up on the sale. So when you're sending out something like this, right? And then you have a thank you, you have a reorder, a way that they can reorder. You have information in here wherever it's coming from. If it's coming from a TikTok shop, if it's coming from Instagram, however, whenever, however you got that order, a thank you in a way that they can order maybe another product, flyer with another product that they may be interested in, right? Because people don't know what you got until they know. You have to make sure that your clients know exactly everything that you have. Um, so when we were talking about number 6, we're talking about reaching out to local businesses, schools, even event organizers, right? For collaborations. Um, Offer value, things like, so y'all see how that man just called me and he is looking for somebody to do some shirts. He said, hey, we're going to have a conference for Martin Luther King weekend, and I want to sell some shirts at that. I normally sell on Printify. Y'all see my way in. Shh. Are you happy with Printify? Okay. So a lot of times there is opportunity in the opportunity. So there's an opportunity with him right off the bat, because you don't know that, hey, I can help you with that. As he's telling me what it is that he's doing, and he just told me some quick information, like, I don't like to keep a lot of shirts on hand. I got 2 designs. I probably want to do 50 of this and 50 of that. I don't really like to keep a lot on hand because I'll end up taking orders and having them have Shopify end up printing the extras for me that I need and shipping it to me. My mindset right there. Y'all know what my mind was saying? Is, now why would you want to print it on Shopify or Printify? Why would I, let you go over here to Printify? Let me go ahead and pitch that too, to get that whole opportunity. Because now I see, oh, this is not just a one-time order that you're doing. This is something that's ongoing. So my mind immediately starts thinking as, okay, how can I take this order and turn this order into a long-lasting relationship? And I think that a lot of times when people are dealing with clients, they just do that job and that's it, right? I'm just fulfilling your needs for right now. It's like, a hit and run. So with me looking at him, and I'm like, okay, he's already told me that the job is colorful. I immediately, if you guys see what I did when I asked him, and I talk to people just like how we talking now. First thing I asked him is, okay, well, what type of budget do you have? I told y'all, people do not want to tell you their budget. And sometimes you have to explain. And what I did is I said, hey, the reason that I'm asking is not so that I can get to the highest end of your budget, but so that I can present you with options that are within your budget. Something that's going to work for you and that's going to work for me, so that I'm not wasting your time. One thing about people is people think that I'm being rude when I say this to y'all, and I say, hey, I tell people, I don't want to waste your time and I don't want you wasting mine. But real recognizes real. If you're dealing with somebody in business, and I tell you, because I'm the one to tell you straight up, I can't do that for $10. I can't do that for $5. Wouldn't you rather for a business to tell you up front, right off the bat, what you can do for them or what you can't do for them? And that's how you get that budget out of them. So when he came back and he said, if I could stay within $15 a shirt, I'm good. Now I know. I see where you are. I see you, right? And I know where you are. Normally, when people come with a budget of $15, this is the thing. If that shirt comes to be $17, don't be afraid to say that. Because normally, when a person is setting a budget, if they tell me $15, they got 20. Okay? So don't be afraid to say that. But don't price gouge because they told you 15 if that shirt actually comes back and it's actually $10. Because guess what? They're going to be like, "Oh, well, I was willing to spend 15. She can do it for 10, but now I can still offer you something premium, right? I can tell you, hey, we can do this for $10 with regular inks, but we can add this soft hand to this ink and we can get it done for you for 13. Or we can upgrade your t-shirt. So there's always a way to get you, even if it was 50, if that client's budget was 15 and it's $10, there's always a way to upsell, right? Or then cross sell, or maybe you got an extra $5 and I can do some stickers for you, or I can add some other product for you that's going to help you make even more money, right? Whenever you think about your clients, think about not you making money, but how can I help this person make more money? And I guarantee you, if you figure out how to help your people, your clients make more money, the ones who are looking to make money with the products, if you can figure out a way to make them make more money, they're going to always come back to you, right? You have to remember, you're not just a printer. You are the business person. You are willing to sit down with your clients, and you are the authority, and you're the person who's going to tell them how to make money. This pastor just told me, hey, I just moved here. We don't know a lot of people. I'm trying to find my way around. I would love to sit down and talk to you about how I could do this. When I sat there and he said, hey, I'm a pastor, we moved here, I know that pastors are all about community, right? So the first thing that I'm going to do is let you know, hey, I'm about community too, and I'm about shopping local. Okay? Peeps, I got you. People love that. They love that. They love to spend money within their community. They love, the man just from talking to me said, oh, it sounds like you know what you're talking about. You damn right I do. You know, so this is what I can do for you. That all of that stuff works into building money, y'all. Building money, building money. Okay. Y'all talk to me over there in the comments. Y'all talk to me. Let's see here. Okay, so number 7. We got to push through here. Number 7, we got 10 watching and we got 8 likes. Hey Valerie, how are you? Hope you had a wonderful Christmas. Hey Up Designs, didn't see you come in. I'm sorry y'all, sometimes I may not get to see y'all come in. So number 7, boosting your business in 2025. What can you do now to boost your business in 2025? This is going to hit home for a lot of you guys. Streamline your operations. If you're running around trying to do everything in business, it's time for you to set some systems in place, right? That could be investing in automation tools for order processing, a way that you can easily track your inventory where you're not running and going, and I don't care if it's a spreadsheet, right? How do you communicate with your customers, right? Some of you guys may be communicating back and forth through text messages. You may be communicating through a lot of times. So let's say here, so you have people hitting you on Instagram. You got people hitting you over on WhatsApp. You got people hitting you over on TikTok, you got people hitting you over on Facebook, you got people hitting you through email, and you got people texting you. And you just can't keep up with it all, right? So, what do you want to do? You want to streamline that. You want to get a form. You want all communication going to one single place. And the perfect way to do that for free is by just linking a Google form. When they link and they want to talk to you, hey, can you fill out this quote form? Da, da, da. Streamline all that stuff. Streamline it to where it's all in one place. And that goes back to me, even when people are emailing me for quotes, it helps me so much when I can go back and everything is in one sheet to where I can see all of those customers that reached out to me, right? I have a check mark to say whether I did business with them or not. I can see everything that you requested to order and all of your artwork. There's a link to all the artwork right there in one place. So if you guys have not seen that video that I've done on creating the Google Forms, go and check that out. Another way that you could do it, if you wanted to do a paid way to do things to streamline your operations and keep all of your customers and order processing and order communication in one place, is by using an app called Honeybook. Honeybook is, I think, about $15 to $20 a month. I think they give you a 7-day free trial. I tried it. It did not work for me because it's for people. So if you don't have a website and you need a way to invoice clients and you need a way to keep up with communications, I think Honeybook may be it for you, right? If you're interested in paying a subscription fee, something like that will work great for you because you could put all of your products in there. It's really nice. The invoicing system is really nice. Now, the reason that I chose not to go with Honeybook, y'all know I tell y'all on this channel, I give y'all the real. I'm not going to tell you, hey, I recommend this to you just because this is like the hot thing to do, right? For me, I looked at Honeybook and Checkmate, and I said, you know what? I already have a way to send out invoices. I can send out invoices right over here through the website, right? And so I can keep all the communications right here. So I chose not to go with it because I already have a operation or a streamlined operating procedure, right? If you don't, then you can say, okay, well, hey, let me try this or try that. So just kind of streamlining things because you're trying to do everything, right? Streamlining things and automating things in 2025 will really help you. Number 8, let's keep it moving. Leverage social media trends, right? So when you guys see like different trends going on, stay on top of what's going on. A lot of times I am sitting up and I'm watching in the evenings when I get off. I don't watch a lot of TV, so I do a lot of YouTube. I do a lot of social media, and I'm not really like crazy about social media just because of it's so much stuff that's negativity that's going on in the world. But a lot of times what I'm doing is I'm looking and I'm seeing how people are selling things, what's going on, what they're doing, right? And if you are a social media person, and this goes back to me not being a big social media person, but trying to, get myself there, I try to tell you guys the truth. Like, if that just doesn't work for you, but your strong points are here, 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 you got 3 out of the 4, and you only need 1, you still doing good. It's a way to get you to looking and figuring out, okay, what do I want my social media to look like? What do I want it to be branded like? Do I want to go with the fun theme? Do I want, what's working for this creator? Things like that, and then start going live, share behind the scenes videos, showcase your customer stories to build stronger connections. For me, I'll showcase live events that I've done or work that I've done, right? And like I said, for me, I use my social media a little bit different than a lot of influencers do because I'm not using my social media to boost my influencing. I'm using my social media as social proof of what it is that I do. Okay, so No, that was number 8. Number 9. Uh, Okay, so number 9, prepare for taxes and finances. Last week of the month, last week of the year, um, taxes is tax time. It's going to be tax time. So go ahead and organize your financial records and set aside your funds for taxes to pay taxes. If you owe taxes, invest if you need to invest in accounting software or hire a pro to make sure that you're on top of the numbers. Now, if you have my t-shirt calculator and if you have been putting your information in there, you already have a total list of sales that you've done for the year, and all you have to do is just go to that sheet and boom, every sale that you've done is going to already be there with the totals, with how much tax was paid, and it's going to break down. The great thing about that is the your sales sheet is that your earnings, your year-to-date earnings, is going to break down how much money was spent on what. How much of that was printing costs? How much of that was t-shirts? How much of that did you get for art? Things like that. So it's a great tool for you to use. And the great thing about it is all you have to do is print that sheet out, hand it to your CPA or whoever you have that's doing your taxes, you're done, right? If you use the part where you're entering in your monthly expenses, all of that stuff is already done for you. So you don't have a lot of tax information that you have to do. If you don't have my t-shirt calculator, go over to ladyprintboss.com. It's the first thing on the page. It's $1.99 and it's a great investment for you. Okay. Um, so number 10, 2025 is here, baby. It's here. Next week is here. Number 10, invest in yourself. Okay. Um, invest in yourself, you guys. If there's something that you want to learn how to do, you don't always have to take the long road. I wish like heck that there were people when I started and there were classes. Um, learn new skills like AI design, right? And even if you're not taking a paid course, follow some of the groups and different things. I do think that paid courses get you there faster, right? Vet the people who you're learning from, whoever your consultant is or your coach. Vet them and make sure that, hey, that this person is the right person for you, and that they have social proof that they've been doing this for a while, that um, you see that they can get you to where you are trying to go, right? Maybe you want to take a class on social media marketing. Maybe you want to take a class on screen printing techniques or advanced screen printing techniques, so that as you grow, so will your business, right? So you take a class and you learn this, and then as you grow, it launches, helps your business. Another thing is, if you are in a position to be able to afford a coach in your pocket, right? If you want to have a lady print boss in your pocket, think about monthly coaching, right? I am doing a $2,500 package right now, right? It's a $2,500 package. That $2,500 package gets you 6 months. 6 months of contact with me. For 6 months, you're going to get a phone call. You're going to get actionable steps that you can take to build your business. So if you want to have somebody that's like, boom, here it is, boom, 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 okay? And so that's a great way for you to do it. And I have plans, monthly plans that you can do. So invest in yourself, right? And if you cannot do a big package out the gate, right? Do little bitty things that you could do. Maybe you schedule a phone call for clarity, just to get information, to figure out, is something that I need to do in my business. I don't know should I file? Should I be a LLC or a sole proprietor? How do I get my banking information together? How do I do little things? How do I start my marketing campaign? Maybe there is something that you don't understand. Maybe you want to figure out, okay, hey, I really just want to know this email marketing and what it is that I can do and how I can get there. Schedule a call, right? Or take a class. It doesn't have to be with me, it can be with anybody, right? That knows what the fuck they're doing. That's going to get you to the next level. Invest in people who are willing to invest in you. And what I mean is, if you're dealing with someone who doesn't have a passion to see you succeed, then it's normally not the right person for you. You've got a lot of coaches out here now that just want to, it's like, it's just a money grab for them, right? So you have to be able to use discernment. God gave it to all of us, whether you believe in a higher power or not, right? He gave us discernment, He gave us dominion over all other creatures. So you have to use your common sense, and you have to look at things and look at people and see, how can you tell me how to get there and you haven't done it? Or how can you, like, I can only take people to a certain level because I can't teach you something that I've never done before or that I've never experienced, right? I can't teach you that. I can teach you the things back from where I am back, but I can't teach you here to where I'm going to be 10 years in the future, because I haven't gone through those trials and tribulations. So I hope that makes sense. Um, so y'all use common sense when um, looking, searching out for help. And there's a lot of free help out here. And there's a lot of good paid help out here too. Um, do go to shows, right? Talk to people. Get to know your distributors. Get to know people. Just like when I was talking about some of the suppliers, they don't know shit, right? So fine, it's up to you. If you want your business to be success, it's to you to ask, to speak to. Hey, so who do you guys have over there that knows how to do such and such, right? That's what I do. I tell people, who do you have over there that knows how? Hey, I need to talk. Hey, I need to talk to somebody about this emulsion. I'm over here and I'm burning with the fluorescent light, or I'm burning with a UV light, or I'm doing da 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 this, da 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 that, right? I need to talk to somebody that's over there that knows something about not just the person that sold me the DTF machine, but I need to talk to someone who knows how to work this machine, who has worked this machine, who knows it inside and out. That's why you have to be careful about who you buy product from or equipment from. And you have to figure out when you're thinking about making an investment, because so many people are calling me and saying, damn, I shouldn't have bought that machine. Or I bought this and I thought that this laser was it for me. Or I thought that this embroidery machine was it for me. And I don't have any instructions on how to work it. I got to figure this stuff out myself because customer service isn't helping, or I did not have a business plan for this together beforehand. So you guys have to be very clear and very intentional in, um, when you're thinking about buying things and doing your research. A lot of times people are like, oh, I researched the product. You research the product, you research the equipment, right? That don't mean that you should have bought it, because research is more than just looking at this equipment, seeing the warranty on it, seeing how much it costs, seeing how it runs. It's research is, how do I take this equipment and make money? I already got a plan over here, a marketing plan to sell this, of how this is going to make money. not vice versa. You don't buy the machine first and then figure that shit out. No, you come over here and you have the plan. You have the plan, and within the plan, that's going to tell you who the customer is, what it is that you're making, and that's what's going to determine the product or the equipment that you're going to buy, not the other way around. That's how people get fucked up. And number 12, network with intent, right? And this is what I mean when I say network with intent. Money be got money. If you want to have a successful t-shirt business, or you have let's say that you want to be a great cook, right? You need to surround yourself with great chefs. You want to be around like-minded entrepreneurs that are also leveling up, right? Trying to level up their business. How many people, if I've helped you in any kind of way, let me know in the comments. Like, by you being around me and talking to me, if that's something that has helped you, right, in business, even a little bit, to motivate you and help you get to the next level, that's the type of people that you want to be around. Those are the type of people that you want their phone number, that you want to be able to reach out to, whether it's paid, whether it's free, whether it's, hey, I can just text you and say, hey, Latana, so and so and so, right? I might not respond right then, but I'm going to respond to you. So those are the types of people that you want to be around in business. You want to surround yourself with people who are trying to be prosperous. You want to surround yourself with people who are moving forward. Nobody wants to be around the Debbie Downers. Oh, this not working. Oh, I wouldn't do that if I was you. Oh, this or that. Cut it out, right? Surround yourself with people who are trying to do things to get you there. And don't expect, because you surround yourself, I'm going to tell you guys something else. Don't expect because you are around a person, right, that they hand you everything. My goal as being a consultant and being a coach and being out here to help y'all is helping myself. You're along for the ride. Don't expect for me to hold your hand. Hit me and ask me when you need something and what you're doing and da 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 da, right? If you're around people, right, and they're telling you something, you have to be open-minded to receive it, or it doesn't do any good if you know it all and you're going to take the information and not act on the information, right? It's good to always do your own research, but a lot of times what people do is they sitting right there at the melting pot, and I'm like, I'm right here. I don't know why I went and did that. I was right here. Nobody told me. I got into this business and I had to figure it all out, and nobody told me. I said it 100 times. I'm right here. Person is right there. Somebody's right there, right? Attend industry events, join Facebook groups, share your ideas with people, and surround yourself around people who are there to help you. Sometimes I talk to people sometimes and they're like, yeah, my family told me that, hey, that these t-shirts is not it for me, and that I need to do this or I need to do that. And the only thing I can tell you guys is I'm that left-handed girl that my mom always said, you're never going to stay in like one type of business, because I had so many businesses and I jumped around that people just thought that I was oh, it's a phase. It's just a fad. You just a creative. I was told, hey, don't go to school for design because there I don't want you to be a starving artist, right? And I get it. I get it. People are looking out for you. However, if something is your passion and it makes you happy, then do it and you won't regret it, right? Do it. You won't regret it. Um, Surround yourself, listen to other people's advice on what they have to say. However, you have to make your decision and your path for moving forward in life. I hope this video helped y'all. Um, if you're not a member of the channel, think about, joining the channel, becoming a channel member. And you guys have any good ideas for 2025, let me know about it in the comments. Peace. I'm out.